Hello. Hello, Leo. My name is Nigel, and you have found Alchemy. This is your August 2024 reading. I'd like to start off by saying, yes, my hands are very swollen. I'm having some sort of an allergic reaction. I'm just doing a couple of readings today. Yours is one of them. So, no, if this is your first time tuning in, my hands usually don't look this way. But it'll pass. All things do. I just wanted to get that out there. Okay, so let's start. You have the Magician. I'm going to try to hold each card up. Some cards are more difficult to pick up than others. You do have the Magician here. It is pretty large, and I don't think I need to pick it up. It basically tells us here, Leo, that you have all the tools to be successful. Everything you need is at your disposal. I also see roses. Let me see if I can actually pick this up. Yes. Okay. I actually also see roses here on this card. Anyone who knows me for any length of time knows that when I see roses, I see hope, right? And there's roses literally all over this card, along with his many tools. So that's a good thing to be overshadowing your month with. Now, the hare in the potato salad here would be this card, right? This is an oracle card, and as you can see, he's trying his best to stay warm, right? But we can see it's a painting, right? It's not really a source of warmth. It's just a figment. It's not a figment of his imagination. It's a creation. It's something that he made. And it's beautiful to look at, but it's not functional. So what does this mean? It means that there may be something in your life here that you're regarding as a source of sustenance, that where it's actually not, at least not right now. Okay. Now, you may be working on something. Maybe you have an idea about a brand new way of earning money. Maybe you're trying to do a side hustle. Maybe you have a dream. It could be any of these things, right? It's not to say that this won't ever be what you want it to be, but for right now, because you have this Magician here, right? The Magician tells us that you can do pretty much anything that you want, but there is something going on now this month that in regards to this, and we'll go through this reading and we'll clarify everything. So let's keep going. Here in your love life, you do have take a leap of faith. Only when you're willing to step out of your comfort zone will you reap great rewards. There may be somebody in your life that is asking you to step out of your comfort zone. You may be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is coming in inverted here, Leo, which means you may have problems with an air sign this month. It looks like it may be romantic. It doesn't have to be, but it looks like it may be on the romantic. It doesn't look like any big tragedy, but it looks like there are problems here. You also have the card of all is connected. And I think what Spirit is trying to tell you is that everything in your life is actually connected. There are no cutoffs. What you do for a living will bleed into how you get along with your significant other, will also bleed into what kind of friends you surround yourself with, will also bleed into your relationship with your family. Everything is connected in your life, for sure. You do have the spark here. Trying to figure out which way to go with this, but you have the spark, and the spark is inverted, right? When you see the spark, it is the spark of life, right? This is associated with the numbers 34 or 7, and you may feel burnt out. You may be consumed by something that's going on this month between you and someone else, or you and a few someone else's here. Or maybe you're just at a stressful point in your life trying to make decisions, but your spark is going to be a little you're not going to be yourself, at least for a portion of this month. Now, what's interesting here is you did pull 2 water signs. You pulled Pisces and Scorpio. So you may have let's start with Scorpio. You may have I'll put this down for a second. You may have a Scorpio that is highly aspected in your life. You may have Scorpio highly aspected in your chart. You may have Aquarius highly aspected in your chart, because Aquarius, Pluto is in Aquarius right now. Obviously, that is the planet that rules Scorpio. Now, there's so much I can say here. Okay. The moon enters Scorpio on August 10th. It is a very good day for research. You should write that down if you need to do research or work on something. It's definitely a good day for that. Other than that, I do think it's either the Pluto and Scorpio thing, or you may have a Scorpio in your life that is highly prominent this month. They may come into the picture this month in some way that's very, very important, along with this air sign. Then again, you may have air highly aspected in your chart. I did say Aquarius, right? And you may not be feeling your best, but this does look romantic to me here, Leo. You have Pisces. Now, this is where it gets a little lengthy, right? So you have Pisces in reverse, and it says, don't be bound by logic. Express your creativity in your everyday life. But this is in reverse. And I think Spirit is asking you to be a little bit more practical. A little bit less dreamy. You know, Pisces is ruled by Neptune. It's a very dreamy sign. Now, there's a lot going on with Pisces this month, right? You have on August 12th, the moon. All right. And it's obviously, it's both, right? Because the moon will be in Scorpio, trine Saturn in Pisces, right? And that is on August 12th. That is regarding both these signs. There is a lot of work regarding one of your goals. Something's up in the air regarding one of your goals, and you're being asked to just do it on August 12th, right? The moon, as we know, the moon did enter Scorpio, or will enter Scorpio on August 10th, moves into the trine on August 12th. Then we have the moon enters Pisces on August 19th. And on that day, you should focus on any creative projects you have. If you have any, that is the perfect timing for it. On August 20th, the moon in Pisces conjunct Saturn in Pisces. Something may make you feel very restricted that day. You may start to feel the walls closing in, and you're going to want to push back. And Spirit is asking you, when you feel that, to just try to work through it. Okay. On August 21st, you have the moon in Pisces conjunct Neptune. We just talked about the Neptunian energy. Empathy will be at a high, right? And you have to be careful of delusional thoughts that are, what did I say before? A little too dreamy. Use your logic. This is coming in reverse. It's a lot, right? And just for good measure, the moon does enter Leo on August 30th, and that will be your power day. So I'm glad you're ending the month on that really strong note. So let's move on here. I'm going to put these together. Feel free to go back and re-listen to that. I know it was a lot. Here you have the Morrigan, right? The Morrigan is an archetype. We talked about this a little bit. It's the Celtic. Well, actually, we didn't, right? She's the goddess of mystery, and what's interesting about her, at least in your reading, is that she's the Celtic goddess of war, death, and destiny, closely related to Scorpio. So along with all the things we talked about as far as the Scorpio aspect of the astrology this month, is some of you may have a Scorpio in your life that is very, very important this month, for better or for worse. You have silence, and I'm pretty sure you pulled this last month. You may be moving in silence with something here, Leo. It says moving in silence while you continue to build. You may be doing something that nobody knows about. You may be doing something that very few people know about. There may be something you're doing with aspects of it that people just don't know about. The silence card has come out twice. It seems to be a thing. Like, it seems to be definitely a strong thing. A lot of energy here. All right, let's move into your month here. You do have the Empress starting out your month, and I like that for you. It's nourishment in all ways. It's fertility in all ways. Could represent Libra, Taurus, or Aries. But I like this for you. Male or female, you're feeling abundant. You're feeling like you're wishing for abundance. You have the right attitude when the month starts. You have the Five of Pentacles here in reverse, which is also a really good card to have in reverse. This is coming out of a period of feeling stuck. Now, this could be your mindset. Your mindset, you might feel very positive when you start the month off. You might feel very good about the road you're on, the goals you're setting. You even have the Ace of Cups. These two cards give birth to the Ace of Cups, which is satisfaction, at least in this deck, but it is love and it is peace and it is something sort of like a gift, and this gift might be an actual gift from a person, or it might simply be your mindset really being in a good place at the beginning of the month. Now, in the middle of the month, I remember the middle of the month in July was a little weird for you, and if you don't mind, let me know what happened in the middle of the month in July. But in the middle of the month here, you do have lack of structure, and what's interesting, and I know I say that a lot, but tell me, tarot, is it fascinating? You have the Emperor here in reverse, and it's right next to his counterpart, the Empress. So there is a male and a female, and it doesn't necessarily, of course, it could be male and female, but it's, if you're two men, that's fine. If you're two women, that's fine. But it is a counterpart, and it seems like one counterpart in this connection has goals and dreams and wants X, Y, and Z, and the other may lack structure. The other part of this pairing may lack structure. I mean, they're literally right next to each other, right? And you have here the Eight of Wands in reverse. So this is lack of movement. So there might be something going on, and especially when I see with this air sign in reverse, right? I see the air sign in reverse, and it says take a leap of faith. You might have someone in your life here that's asking you to do something, and it has something to do with structure, for sure. And there is a lack of speed. You may be... I don't want to speak on this just yet, but this has something to do with your money, right? It has something to do with your money. Your money is on the table here. It's not negative. It's not negative news about money, but it looks like there is some problem between two people, right? I mean, you have the Empress and the Emperor, and the only one that's in reverse here is the male figure, and it clearly says the Emperor can mean many things in many spreads, but in this particular deck it is specifically structure, and he is upside down. He needs more structure in his life. The Ace of Cups gives birth to the Ten of Pentacles, which is really, really good energy. Let's go on and let's go on, and then we'll clarify everything. Here at the bottom, you have the Star. Man, you've been pulling this a lot. This is Aquarian energy. You've been pulling a lot of air energy. I've noticed that in your readings. But you do have the card, obviously, of Aquarius, the Star. Yeah. It's like you have the Empress, abundance, somebody who has a lot to offer, somebody who requires a lot. And then you have her counterpart who is unstructured, needs more structure. But there is hope here, because the last card in that row is hope, right? And then you have here the card of not... Yeah, I mean, you have Judgment here coming in sideways. And in this deck, this is action. This is an action that you need to take. It's coming in sideways for a reason here, Leo, because it's a choice you have to make. You're going to have to make a choice out of whether to take action on something, for sure. You have some sort of... it has something to do with money. It has something to do with your career or something. You have the Tower here. And in this deck, it is transformation. The Tower is Mars energy, and the Tower could be Aries, or, ironically enough, it could be Scorpio. So there is a Tower moment here. But what's fascinating is you have the Ace of Cups, which is, a beautiful beginning of something, or a beautiful somebody offering you a cup, right? It's to the 10 of Pentacles. This is some sort of, it could be some sort of a discussion you have with someone. It could be somebody saying something out of love. But this 10 of Pentacles, you're going to, the last card of your month is transformation. So when you look at this card, you almost have to look at it like it's not our traditional tower, where that could be so many things that can be negative. This is a positive transformation. You're being transformed. You're transforming yourself, right? You have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. The 5 of Pentacles in reverse. It's almost like part of you wants to not reach the heights you're supposed to reach, not do something, because this is lack of speed. This is in the dead center of your reading, lack of forward movement. And it leads right into this judgment card. And the judgment card is you making a judgment call. Do I do this or do I do that? It is a choice. And the only reason I'm saying choice is because it's coming in sideways. And it's a major arcana, so it's an important choice. There is a lot of potential here. I'll say that. There's a lot of potential here. And there's also some sort of upheaval. Something is going to come to a head. You're going to come to a realization here. There may be other people involved, because I see air sign involved. Aquarius. It could be any air sign for sure. But I see Scorpio involved, Pisces involved. This could be the energy that's moving around you. With the astrology, it could be people, honestly, in your life. Let's look at these warnings, and then we'll look at everything, and we'll go back and clarify a little bit. Here in your warnings, it's telling you not to wait. You notice this is the card of waiting, right? This is the card of waiting for something to come, waiting for something to bloom. That is a warning. This is a card of working on something. You may be working on something. I'm not saying not to work on it. But you may be daydreaming a little bit too much and not accomplishing what you need to accomplish. There is something going on. We did talk about one of your goals, right? One of your goals needs attention, for sure. Let's look at your blessings. Your blessings, wow, that's interesting. So listen, you have the Ace of Cups at the beginning of the month. And here in your blessings, you have the Ace of Cups in reverse. There may be something that you're going to make changes about, something that and look, even this is a blessing. You have the 10 of Wands, and the 10 of Wands is the highest stress card in the deck, right? So you're going to be stressed out, and it actually is a blessing, because look at this, look at this. Remember when I said that the 8 of Wands is in reverse and it's sort of like no forward movement? The blessing is the 8 of Wands upright. So here we have these cards. You have the Ace of Cups, something changing. The way you do something is going to change. The way you love something might change. The way you do something that you love might change. It will add to your stress. The stress is not permanent, it's temporary, because it will break through with forward movement. And it's fascinating to me that you have the Ace of Cups and the 8 of Wands in a different position, like reversed or from here, but it's the same cards in a different deck. So let's move through this. Let me take half of this deck. You watched me shuffle these before. So show me the beginning of the month, because this is... Show me the beginning of the month for Leo here. You have Taurus, right? Slowly but surely getting ahead. This speed, this lack of speed, because that we saw that right here. This lack of speed might be causing a problem in your life with either the people around you or your life in general is stagnating, right? Give me one more for that. Give me one more for the beginning of the month for You have cane. Pay attention to your health. Well, I would say also here, when I see the cane, I see a crutch. You may be using something as a crutch. You may be trying to avoid something here, Leo. Show me the mid-month. Mid-month. Mid-month, you see clouds. Temporary problems. You are going to experience some problems, but they are temporary. You have harp, great happiness. You are going to be happy here, Leo, but you kind of have to, there's some choice you're going to have to make, a transformation that you're going to have to make. Look at this row is all major arcana. The end of your month. The end of your month is all major arcana. It's going to be a pivotal point for you, for sure. Show me the end of the month. See, it says hard work ahead. Give me the other half of this deck, please. Let's see. Give me another one for the end of the month for Leo, please. You have problems to be resolved. So you have problems to be resolved, hard work ahead. The end of this month is going to be pivotal for you. There's going to be changes that have to take place. You have hard work ahead. Perhaps you've been coasting with certain things. It seems like there's one thing you've been coasting with. Show me the warnings here. This fell on my lap. It says elephant, right? A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. That's true, but there is an elephant in the room here. There is an elephant in the room that nobody wants to talk about. What is it? Show me the... You have here at the end of the month, it says man, dealings or relationship with a man. There could be a man here in your blessings that will help you this month. You yourself could be a man. This just fell out. Get back to basics. The quill. You need to get back to basics, whatever that means to you. Something that there was a certain way you used to do things that worked for you, that you sort of let go of, that you need to sort of recapture here. Perhaps that's the mystery that needs to be solved. Now let's look a little bit deeper here. Right here, as we're peeking into next month, and this is only the beginning of next month, right? It says they are the one. You have already met the romantic partner that you seek. So you're either going to meet someone here. If you're single, you're going to meet someone, or you have already met someone, and the first person you thought of when I said that is the person that you are destined to be with. It says morning dew, girl. So when I pull this card, there is a new start, right? A fresh start. There is a transformation. Plain and simple. There is a fresh start. Get back to the basics. You have here, you are trying to turn lemons into money, right? This is an abundant card, but this is a card of change. And right under it is the maze, and the maze came out in Aquarius's reading, and it is a mystery to be solved. You have to sort of figure things out. There's something you need to figure out. Here you have let me see if I can pronounce her name. Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin. She's a Japanese archetype. She's very, very... How do I put this? When she pops up in a reading, she's here to let us know that there may be something we're not processing correctly, right? We're feeling something. Like, let's say we get angry. Underneath that anger, sometimes there's hurt, sometimes there's pain, sometimes there's a sense, a fear of failure, right? So what she's trying to tell you is to go beneath the surface of yourself and figure out where it stems from. And that will be a certain key. You'll have a key then to unlock what may be holding you back here, if that makes sense, right? You have here the moon, which more oh, wow, look, Pisces again. Neptune, baby. You have Neptunian energy with the moon. Be careful of looking at things through rose-colored glasses here. Be careful of not seeing things in a very crisp, clear way, like in this picture, right? Try not to look at something and see something different from what it actually is. You do have money manager here. And it says the card could indicate your career or finances could take a giant leap forward, but it is in reverse. And so is growth right under it. So you do need to make some changes here. The end of this month, mark my words, something's going to happen that's going to give you a choice. You're going to have a decision to make, and that decision will dictate what happens next. So you have a chance to turn these cards around. It says deep freeze, and when I pull this card, it is the winter, right? It is what happens during the winter to all the plants. They almost go into hibernation. They go into a deep freeze. They wait to germinate until the spring, but it's a very necessary time, right? It's not anything that can be skipped. A lot of wonderful things happen during our deep freeze. So this may be a month of, or something leading into a deep freeze where you're going to be almost hermit-like, and you're going to have things that you have to accomplish, because you do have this wish card that is coming in reverse, Leo. So if you're trying to manifest something, you're finding it difficult to do. And I'm telling you, the reason is there's something you're not paying attention to. There is problems that need to be resolved. There is an elephant in the room that you're not either looking at, thinking about, or talking about. It's telling you to go back to your basics. To stop this, because this is in reverse. You have to sort of get out of this hanged man energy where you're just hanging there. You may end up arguing with someone. I mean, we kind of looked at that in a few different ways. But you're going to feel, at some point, you're going to feel sad this month. At some point, you're going to feel like your choices have been taken away. At some point, you're going to feel like you have an air sign that is not happy with you. At some point, you're going to feel like you're going to feel defeated. You're going to feel like you have no choices, like you have no future. There's going to be a time when this happens, and I think the astrology said it too. This too shall pass. Whatever it is you're going through is temporary. You may feel like you're stuck, right? You may feel like you're not closing out a cycle and not moving ahead, but you are going to be able to push past this negativity. And there's your Empress again. There's your Empress again. This could be you, or this could be somebody that you're obviously involved with. So this is it's pivotal energy. It's very pivotal energy. You do have yes, right? It says luck is on your side. So you do have the ability with this magician to turn this around. You do have the ability with the magician to get through this. But you're going to have times this month where your mind's going to play tricks on you, and you're going to feel like you can't. Here you have Mercury retrograde here in reverse. By the way, we are in Mercury retrograde the whole month of August. This being in reverse, the Mercury retrograde this month may be affecting you more sharply than it normally would in the past. The key here is to communicate, okay? You do have the black arts oil here, and it's used to cast hexes and curses and create negative outcomes for those who have harmed you, right? It says protect yourself against the evil eye and people wishing you harm. This is in reverse. You may feel at some point this month that, or perhaps the beginning of next month, that you have bad luck. But between these two cards, right, luck is on your side, and the black art in reverse, this is just in your head. You're going to be going on some head trips here, Leo. And this is a good reading for you. You know why? I hope most of the Leos do listen to this, because when you listen to this, you'll know to expect this. And once it happens, once these feelings come, you'll know that they're temporary and that it's mostly all in your head. Yes, you're going to have to make a decision. Yes, you might have to change the way you do something. But I do think in the end, you're going to be better for it, because here you have your Page of Wands, which is fire energy. You have the Five of Cups here, which is grief in reverse. You have the Seven of Swords. Now it says deceit, but the Seven of Swords is strategy. And I do see you changing your strategy here for sure. The Eight of Cups, it does say introspection here, but it's in reverse. I do think you're going to stop hanging or hanging in that same position. I think you're going to change. You do have the Two of Cups, so whatever problems you have here in your relationship can be resolved. Let's pull a couple of these cards here. The Empress is highly aspected for you here. This could be you, or it could be someone you're involved with. Give me 2 for Leo, please. 2 exactly. Nice. Okay. You have detachment. You have 3. You have detachment, transcendence, and self-care. I think your self-care this month is going to be forging a different path. It's like you want to get to the same place, but you need a different path. You need a different way of getting there. You need a different vehicle to get there. You need to sort of transcend this, right? You need unity between you and someone else, because you're going to have problems this month with someone, and it's going to be someone close to you. It's not like an enemy. This is like someone in your circle, right? It could be the air sign, could be the Scorpio, could be the Pisces, could be any of these signs. And I see Aries popping up here too. So you may feel the need to be detached and cold, but this card is telling you that it's really time to get in touch with your feelings, right? And instead of detaching and getting cold or getting angry or getting whatever it is that happens, whether you're angry, detached, depressed, whatever it is, I want you to take that feeling and look directly under it and say, where is it coming from? Is it coming from the fact that I didn't do X, Y, and Z, or that I'm actually afraid of this particular goal, or that the certain things that I have to do? I mean, you have to look under that emotion and find out where it's coming from. And I have a feeling that if you do that, you're going to be surprised. And once you figure out whether it's fear or whatever else, once you figure that out, then you're going to meet it head on. The end of the month is pivotal. The pivotal time for you. It does say comfort, hearth. Yeah, beautiful. This is the 11 card. This is almost like the 4 of Wands, right? The 1111 card. You see the golden retriever and the baby. Comfort. And here you are. You have the sun. This is Leo at its best. You want your 1111. You have all the tools here, Leo. You really, really do. You just have to change the way you're going about something. Most definitely. I'm going to pull one more card for you here. For Leo, please. Give me 1 for Leo. Moon. Emotions, instinct, subconscious. You pulled the moon twice. Definitely. It's your emotions. It is your subconscious, what's going on under the surface. And it can be very difficult to see things by the moonlight. You have to look deeper. Look deeper. If you're dissatisfied with the way things are going in your life, look deeper. I'm going to pull one more card for you. I know I shouldn't, but I will. One more. One more card for Leo, please. You have the owl spirit. This is my favorite animal in this deck. It says, you see clearly now. This is what you have to look forward to once you get past all this energy. I do believe that will be you one day, but it looks like you have some work to do here, Leo. I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you soon. Namaste.